Hey guys, what's up? The new patch for official servers here, so let's do a quick summary on all the changes. First and probably the most significant change that will affect everyone is the new Minion Rule. In the first 5 minutes of the game, the mid lane minions will have 4 minions consisting of 3 range and 1 melee. This makes it easier for mid lane mages to clear the wave and help other teammates. Next are the jungler rules. A jungler will not gain an experience and gold from minions in the first 5 minutes if there is a non-roamer ally nearby. So junglers, please don't farm lanes when you have an ally nearby. And as a safety precaution against aggressive invaders, junglers will now gain a slight experience boost when they are 2 levels behind during the first 5 minutes of the game. Next are the jungle creep changes. Purple and orange buff will now spawn at 20 seconds instead of 25. Little Wanderer spawn time is delayed to 48 seconds. This gives more time for junglers and mid lane mages to support each other. And they added a new rule against jungle disruptors like Franco and Tigreal. When you pull the buff out of their range, they will return much faster and they will re-enter battle state upon returning. This means they won't reset on the first pull, and this allows junglers to continue their farming. Next are the Retribution changes. The damage of Retribution on turtles and lords will no longer be affected by damage boosting effects. This means the jungle talent Demon Slayer can't increase Retribution's damage against the Lord and Turtle, and a 5% nerf on the damage scaling of Bloody Retribution. Next are the heroes that got buffed. The damage on Terizla's second skill will no longer be interrupted by crowd control effects. It's not CC immunity though, he can still be stunned, but his damage will go through after casting. Damage, speed, and range are increased for his ultimate skill, and also stronger slow effect on his second and ultimate skill. Gord will no longer stop moving when casting his first and second skill. Slow effect is added when triggering his passive skill. Damage interval on his ultimate and second skill are shortened, which means it's easier to trigger his passive damage. He can now use battle spells during his ultimate. And to balance him out, they had to lower the damage of his second and ultimate skill, as well as increase their cooldown. Overall, this is a good buff for Gord. Luo Yi gets a much shorter ultimate cooldown on all levels. Jawhead's missile now deals more damage throughout the game. Nathan's first skill now has a higher base damage. Pakito's second skill scaling is increased by 15%. Edith gets a bit tankier with a +2 defense, and her passive damage is increased by 15 points. It's not much, but still good, right? Next are the Nerfed Heroes. Julian has been too strong, so they're nerfing his lifesteal capabilities. Skill 2 and passive are nerfed with weaker sustain effects. Skill 3 enhanced damage is also lowered. Should we stop banning Julian now? Akai gets nerfed with lower shield and damage from his passive. Ultimate now has a longer cooldown and lower damage. Ling's second skill damage is nerfed with a lower base and scaling. This affects him a lot since most of his damage comes from this skill. Irritel's attack growth is lowered by 3 points. So at max level, that's minus 42 physical attack compared before. Next are the adjusted heroes. Savior's damage is adjusted so that he doesn't rely too much on his passive. Stronger basic skills but weaker damage boost on his passive. I think it can be considered as a buff since he doesn't have stacks all the time. Lunox's damage is now more oriented against high HP targets. This is good since tank meta is prevailing right now. Nana's range on her skill 1 is now longer, while Molina's standby range is decreased. Ultimate is adjusted, making the first part faster to cast, while adding delay to the rest of her attacks. The revamped Necrokeep heroes are finally here, together with their updated skins. Go check them out. Next are the item update. Blade Armor now has a weaker reflect damage, but it's now cheaper by 50 gold. Radiant Armor now has a lower damage reduction, which is good for mages that are countered by this item. Athena's shield duration is now shorter from 5 down to 3 seconds. Mage users are going to love this update. Glowing Wand now deals more damage, but will now require 2 more damage to reach full stacks. This is going to be good against tanky enemies. Genius Wand is nerfed with a lower magic defense penetration. Blood Wings now gives 175 magic power instead of 150. Last one is the new user interface. There's now a bit of shade in the upper and lower edges of the screen. And that's it for the new update here on official server. It seems this patch favored a lot of Mage heroes, especially with the new Minion Rule. And there's also no sign of the new talent system. Maybe that's for next month. Anyway, what can you say about the update? Are we entering Mage meta? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. That's all for this video. Stay safe and thank you for watching.